Hey there, everybody. Parks Ousley here, and I'm joined by Raz, and we just finished the finals, and we're pretty excited. Well, I hope. Are you excited about the? Okay. We had a little NA talent show up.
Yes.
And I just want to ask you right off the bat. Everyone was thinking it was going to be 100 Thieves.
Including myself.
Including you.
Yes.
And Evil Geniuses just had the fastest 3-0 in LCS history. So I just, tell me about it. Why did that happen? Why'd you choose the wrong team?
This actually is a historical thing. I remember at MSI when I chose Team Liquid over G2, and that was the fastest series in MSI history. Don't trust my predictions, guys. But I think the reality of it was an underdog story. They were the 4th seed, and because of the tiebreakers, could have been 5th seed, right? But we always gave them credit as a team that was getting better and better throughout the regular season. And even though they were dropping games, they were doing it in a way that they were still learning a lot from it. It's better to be a team that's losing playing aggressively so you can take notes rather than playing too passively. So you're like, okay, well, I don't know what to take away other than just try it next time. Mm-hmm. And they always tried it. So just kind of a big step forward for North American talent and a big step forward for a lot of the veteran players like Impact and I would say Vulcan as well. I mean, he's not that old, but Vulcan, because remember, for Vulcan specifically, he should still be on Cloud9, guys. He is one of the best supports in North American history. Core JJ, then Vulcan for me. Mm-hmm. So this team really brought it together in playoffs.
And he is not shy about reminding Cloud9 that he should still be on Cloud9.
He's not shy about that.
So I want to focus a little on the North American talent side of things. I know that Emily got really excited about it and had her moment kind of picking on all the other teams after Evil Geniuses won. How important do you think that is yourself? How excited are you that it was Evil Geniuses specifically and not 100 Thieves had this run?
Yeah. I think, remember a lot of teams in spring took a lot of risks. And by risks, specifically if you look towards TSM and Cloud9, they took risks by just going elsewhere. They either went for, developing Chinese talent or developing Korean talent in the sense of Berserker. And I still think that's a good decision. Mm-hmm. But it's been for so long that people just thought it's not worth looking for North American talent. And that's just wrong. That has always been wrong. I remember when I was in Academy for Golden Guardians, and for me, the frustration was I would see players who are doing a really damn good job and are playing at an LCS level. And people don't see scrims, obviously, but they would be taking games and there would be players who are just better than some of the LCS players up there. And I think for a lot of owners, for a lot of fans, by the way, at that time, they were like, yeah, don't take a risk because it's not smart, because it's a little bit of indoctrination. But it's one of those things where when you take a risk, this was a smart risk and people should recognize that. And that's not to say to kind of harp on the organizations that are moving for something else, because a player like Berserker is a good example of something where it's great that he's getting a chance and he's absolutely killing it. But when a team does make this decision, you should 100% support it as long as the scouting makes sense. Mm-hmm.
And it definitely made sense. Yes. And we saw a lot of support.
Yeah.
So I'll jump over to that really quick. This was the first event back live. We had fans for a couple weeks in LA, which was a lot of fun.
It's great.
And it was fun kind of seeing the teams open up a little bit and get a little weird in the post-game interviews and kind of start responding and figuring that out. Were you surprised by the Evil Geniuses support? Because I came here expecting it to be, we're going to get a lot of Team Liquid fans. We're going to get a lot of 100 Thieves fans. Yeah. We're going to get a lot of Cloud9 fans that are salty, but they're here and having fun. But I felt like today it was all Evil Geniuses.
People want something to believe in. And so the easiest thing throughout any sport is an underdog and a story that you have been able to track. And a lot of the times it's hey, I like that player, but I have this team that I've always been supporting. And so with Cloud9 losing, of course, TSM losing fantastically. And they see this story, and especially moments that people can easily remember, like that Baron steal into Pentakill. That is just by far the best play in the LCS history. And I would even just say, I've never seen something like that in my time in the LPL. And so that is a memory people will hold on to that will now create fandom for players like Danny instantly after yesterday's games, people are just constantly making the Danny chants, like no matter what, because they want to support and see someone who truly they see the passion in them. So that's what you see. So I do think fandom like this, it's hard. You see the Ignite and you just want to you keep trying to support it and push it. And I think it's happening now for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah. Nice buzzword, Ignite.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting paid?
Okay.
Yeah, you see the Ignite. You see the Uprise. You see the. Yeah, man, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
They were unleashed.
So
okay,
I think it's funny that you call out the Pentakill around Baron. Because in my opinion, Danny is now the holder of the 2 most controversial Pentakills in LCS, and they happened back to last week and this week with the Fudge one, where Fudge was just wiggling his butt on Corky, and he got that one, and fans were like, and then he got this one where the Baron, levels up half of a second right after it gets to 895, and he gets the reset, and then everyone's already low health, and he's running around. Do you have any advice to Danny about how to weather the 2 most controversial Pentakills of all time?
He's doing a damn good job himself. Honestly, this guy does not care. He said in his interview, too, on stage, he's just he's just a calm and collected person. So he doesn't mind. And just as a reminder, if you go through a list of Pentakills, some Pentakills are really easy. Some Pentakills are incredibly hard. They will all have its own context. The point is just kind of celebrating the player in a lot of that. So sure, in this case, the one you were talking about with the Baron leveling up, you look at that, it's okay, maybe that mechanic shouldn't exist. Sure, but he took that and he ran with it. He took that opportunity and he played well around it. And he almost got a pentakill at the very end of that game, the last game of the series too. So I do think all of that is just Danny doing a damn good job, and we should celebrate it. It's a good list to have. So if we're going to start questioning these pentakills, guys, if we want to play that game, let's go through all the list of pentakills. Let's do it. No. Let's go through every pentakill if we want to be that much scrutiny on it.
That's fair. I like that. Last question, and then I'll let you head out.
Okay.
I just looking forward at MSI. We've got T1 undefeated 20-0. We've got G2 that went 12-0 in the lower bracket. We've got a 12-1 from Evil Geniuses. Yeah. And I don't know what the LPL was, but it was a messy LPL with RNG. I mean, Evil Geniuses look like they can't be stopped, but so does much of the rest of the competition. Look, do you have any thoughts and predictions?
An underdog is an underdog for a reason. Look, we have to expect. They were 4th seed in this case, and they kind of took advantage of a lot of people kind of selling them short. For me, I still think easily T1 is the best team right now. I would still give a lot of credit to RNG. So I'm going to do the boring type of analysis here. But that being said, it just feels like it fuels Evil Geniuses. So
all right.
I'm gonna keep using my head, and they're gonna keep proving me wrong and showing me that I'm an idiot, and I think that's fine.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.